US media and AWE. Jungkook's dance return breaks TikTok in hours. How many hours does it take for Jungkook to turn silence into storm? The answer, according to US media outlets this week, is less than 3. In a digital landscape saturated with content, where millions of videos are uploaded every day, Jungkook's sudden dance return on TikTok did what few thought possible. It broke through the noise, it bent the algorithm, and it made the world stop scrolling. On October 1st, 2025, after nearly 2 years away from the platform, Jungkook appeared once again, performing a dance cover of Korda's viral track, Fashion. The stage was dimly lit, the styling casual, and yet the effect was explosive. Within hours, the clip soared into millions of views, trended across platforms, and reignited the global frenzy that only TikToker Jungkook can summon. American media, which once regarded TikTok trends as fleeting fads, found themselves forced to acknowledge that one idol's return had just shifted the digital conversation worldwide. The New York Times entertainment desk described it as a viral moment so fast it read like a digital earthquake. Billboard highlighted how Jungkook's subtle performance, unpolished in its simplicity, powerful in its flow, redefined what TikTok virality could look like. Even tech-focused outlets such as The Verge and TechCrunch dissected the comeback, pointing out how Jungkook's editing choices echoed the visual language of Korda's original video, while still carrying his own creative fingerprint. For US journalists, the shock was not just that Jungkook had returned, it was that his presence alone recalibrated the cultural weight of TikTok in real time. Fans, of course, were quicker to sense the storm than the media. Within minutes, hashtags like #TikToker Jungkook is back and #Jungkook Dance King trended globally, flooding the app with fan edits, remixes, and duets. Some fans marveled at his timing only months before BTS's grand 2026 comeback. Others wondered aloud if his choice of covering Korda's, a rookie group under HYB, was a subtle act of promotion, a mentor's quiet nod to the next generation. And then came the speculation. Why this song? Why now? And why with such precision that the entire digital world seemed to spin around one clip? For American observers, the surprise lay in the speed. TikTok is notorious for birthing short-lived moments where even the biggest celebrities often struggle to break through the relentless churn of content. Yet Jungkook, after a 21-month absence, needed only a single video to remind the world of his gravitational pull. Analysts compared it to Beyoncé's surprise album drops or Taylor Swift's social media reveals, noting that Jungkook's cultural currency may be even more potent because of his rarity. He does not post often, and that scarcity turns every appearance into an event. And the hours that followed, articles poured in, marveling at the numbers. Millions of views in hours, tens of millions by the end of the day, countless shares spilling over into Instagram, Twitter, and even Facebook. And then came the praise from within the industry itself. Stray Kids Bang Chan, a close friend of Jungkook, publicly complimented the performance, describing it as effortless but magnetic, a sentiment echoed by dance professionals and influencers who admitted that even TikTok's biggest creators rarely command such immediate global attention. But perhaps the most compelling part of the story is not the statistics, but the symbolism. Jungkook's return to TikTok was more than a dance cover. It was a reminder to the world of how deeply rooted BTS's youngest member remains in the cultural bloodstream. He doesn't just participate in trends, he creates them, defines them, and elevates them into moments that will be remembered long after the hashtag fades. For US media, the awe comes not only from the viral numbers, but from the realization that Jungkook continues to challenge the boundaries of celebrity influence. He is an artist who, with a few steps and a casual outfit, can bend a billion-dollar platform around him. And that, in the cold eyes of the American press, is something they cannot dismiss. In just a few hours, Jungkook proved once again that he is not merely a performer, but a phenomenon. And as the clock ticks toward BTS's 2026 comeback, one question lingers in the air, both thrilling and haunting for fans and media alike. If this is the power of a single TikTok, what storm will arrive when Jungkook returns with 6 brothers by his side? And the storm didn't stop after those first electrifying hours. By the next morning, US outlets scrambled to contextualize Jungkook's TikTok return within the broader landscape of global entertainment. Could a single 30-second dance really rival the carefully engineered campaigns of American pop icons? Could a K-pop idol, absent from the platform for nearly 2 years, truly dominate with the same ease as TikTok's most established creators? The data, cold and undeniable, told them yes. Variety called it a digital spectacle, noting how Jungkook's clip eclipsed recent uploads from Western superstars like Selena Gomez, who had posted a teaser for her new single only days earlier. Billboard pointed out that while TikTok giants such as Charli D'Amelio or Addison Rae rely on constant engagement to maintain relevance, Jungkook's absence had become his greatest weapon. He needed only one video to reclaim the throne, a feat rarely seen on a platform notorious for its short attention spans. Meanwhile, Rolling Stone couldn't resist drawing parallels between Jungkook and Taylor Swift, highlighting the way both artists manipulate silence into suspense. Swift disappears between album eras only to return with earth-shattering releases. Jungkook vanishes from TikTok only to reappear with a dance so magnetic it recalibrates the app itself. The difference, US critics admitted, is that Swift plans her strategy through teams of marketers, while Jungkook's clip felt raw, almost accidental, as if greatness was simply his default setting. Social media analysts in America marveled at the ripple effect. The hashtags surrounding his video didn't just trend on TikTok, they spilled into Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube Shorts, hijacking entire platforms within hours. The algorithms bent to him. Search queries for Jungkook dance cover skyrocketed, while fan edits, slowed versions, and remixes flooded timelines. Marketing strategists were forced to acknowledge the uncomfortable truth. One Korean idol had just achieved in hours what corporations spend millions to manufacture. But behind the glittering statistics, deeper questions stirred. Was this really just about a dance? Or was Jungkook signaling something larger? American commentators speculated whether his choice to cover Cordis Fashion, a track from HYB's Rookie Group, was a deliberate act of promotion. Was Jungkook subtly handing his spotlight to a younger generation, reinforcing HYB's dominance? Or was this simply his way of re-entering the digital stage before BTS's grand 2026 comeback, a teaser of storms yet to come? The emotional reaction, however, belonged to ARMY. Fans flooded feeds with emotional edits, pairing his TikTok clip with memories of Jungkook's earliest dance practices, showing the evolution from a teenager in Big Hit's tiny studio to a man who breaks platforms with a glance. One viral fan comment summed it up perfectly. Jungkook doesn't follow trends. Trends kneel to him. And perhaps that's what left American media in true awe, not just the numbers, not just the comparisons, but the realization that Jungkook's influence doesn't operate by the rules they know. In their world, virality is manufactured, attention is bought, and relevance requires constant feeding. Jungkook, however, dismantled that model in hours. His power lies not in chasing attention, but in the inevitability of it.